Hey everyone, welcome to another review. This time we're going to talk about Deathloop. Deathloop was a little different. It's been a few weeks since I've finished it, and I thought it would be a good idea to get my thoughts on the game out there, even though it's been out for about a month now. Like many of you, I was very burnt out on the game before it even came out. We saw it in every single PS Direct for God knows how long, and I was just kind of done with it. I had limited interest in actually buying and playing the game for a while. I like the stuff Arcane does, but I don't know. I had resigned myself to eventually playing it. However, when it released, it started to get perfect 10s all over the place. And I just had to pick it up to find out what I had apparently missed in all of the content, all of the pre-release content. When it came to the trailers, they tried to play the game off as some kind of roguelike or something like that, and it wasn't. The game is kind of subdivided into 4 days, or four periods of time in 4 locations. Each location is different, and they're different during each time of day. Some of them are completely unavailable during certain times of day. It allows you to find and explore differently. There are different areas of each little map that are open at different times and stuff like that. And then if you die or you reach the end of the day and you haven't completed your overarching task, it sends you back to the beginning of the day. You wake up on the beach again and you start again. While playing through, you will get a special element that you can collect throughout the game that you can use like a currency. And you use that element or currency to make weapons, perks, and upgrades and skills all stay through time. It makes them stuck in time so that every time you wake up, they're in your inventory again. And you can keep using them over and over and over again and make yourself stronger and set yourself up to your own playstyle. Gameplay-wise, the shooting is fantastic. It is on point. I loved it. The combat is very satisfying and quick. Using the machete is great. It's a lot of fun actually playing it, running around, and exploring it. There's a ton of different weapons. Some of them have special, perk thingies like in like Borderlands and other looter shooter games where it has, where the guns can have, different kinds of damage or poison or stuff like that, like leave a poison cloud when you shoot somebody, etc. The amount of different skills that you can get and the upgrades for your character himself, for Colt, are great. There's a lot of them. They add a lot of variety, and they add a lot of range, so you can make Colt play how you want him to play. You could definitely play stealthy, like Arcane's other games, or you can go balls out mayhem. World building in this game is wonderful. Every time you go through the day, you find more and more reason to be invested in the game, invested in the world, to try and find out everything that happens, everything that has happened and led to how things are now, and the different communications between all of the different big boss enemies is pretty great. They really built a lot of lore here, and they did a good job with it. I really did enjoy diving through all of the world and, like I said, the communications. It was really, really interesting. The voice acting in this game is actually really well done. It's as good as you can expect and better. Colt's voice actor in particular did a really, really good job. The music fits the world, and it was fun to listen to, and honestly, the audio cues for when you get caught when you're trying to sneak around, and after you've killed the last person that knew where you were and was trying to come for you, those will probably be forever in my head. They're just something that I heard over and over and over again and paid attention to them, so now they're just there. Now, on to the negatives for this game. Sometimes I definitely did get frustrated trying to get to one of the boss enemies with any kind of dignity intact, rather than going into this crazy all-out destruction fest. That, however, could be more of a failing on my part than the game or the game's design. I won't spoil anything story-wise. And like I'm saying, I'm not going to spoil the story. However, the ending act of the story, the closing act, is the biggest downfall of the entire game for me. But that's just a personal opinion. A lot of people out there really liked it. So that's just for me. Other than those few things, honestly, I could see why people would call this a perfect 10. For me, it falls flat from that lofty ideal. I don't put numbers on the games. I don't like that. It's better for you to just listen to what I say about the game rather than seeing a number and just assuming that it's perfect or not or whatever. But for me, if I was to give this a number, it definitely would not be a 10. It's well worth playing. I'd suggest it on a sale. If you feel any inclination to play it based on this review, I would really suggest it on a sale. It's not a stupendously long game. There's a lot to do and it's a lot of fun, but it is not something I would suggest going out and buying today, unless you just really have to play it. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. Have you already played Deathloop? What did you think? Am I alone in my feelings on the closing act? Will you be picking it up? Let me know in the comments. See you in the next video.